Really?
Don't buy 4 McChickens. Buy one. I'm just kidding.
Happy Friday! What's going on, y'all? It's Nick here with Shalicia, and we're with F.O.F, Financial Coaching LLC, and we're here today to talk about what else? Money. Hope you all are having a great day today. This right here might be, I don't know yet, but it might be our last video of the year. We shall see. You know what I'm saying? So Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, all of those good things. So today, honey, what we're going to get into, we're going to talk about being embarrassed when it comes to finance. Broke and embarrassed. We've all been there before, but we're going to share a couple of stories with y'all. So y'all know, we've been in the same boat. All right, so honey, go ahead and kick it off. And what's kind of your story? You had a situation where you might felt a little bit embarrassed. You might felt a little bit broke, whether it was real or not. You know what I'm saying? Give them a little bit.
Yeah, for me, I have felt that way before.
Okay. Okay.
My story is I was at a restaurant.
It's your testimony.
Right.
Okay, it's your story. Your thing. Okay.
Oh my
Go
goodness.
ahead.
So my story, I was at a restaurant and the waitress, I think it was waitress or waiter, they came back to me when it was time to go and was like, well, your card declined.
So you was by yourself? So how is that embarrassing? Like what? You say you was just at a restaurant. You just by yourself?
Oh no, I was with friends.
Okay, you was with friends, plural? Like you had friends,
I don't remember.
You and a friend?
I don't remember.
There was people there.
Yes.
Okay. I got you. I'm just trying to get the story.
Oh my
because you're going to give this much of the story.
Okay.
So look, when we do these videos, my problem is I want to talk too much and she just be like, okay, here's a little detail, that's it. So you got to give them the story. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. My bad.
My story is, I was with some people. Okay. Yes, about to leave. Waitress or waiter came over and told me my card declined. And I'm thinking, why?
Yeah, okay.
But I knew I had the money.
Yeah.
So, but initially it was just my first reaction was like, oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed. Like, I know I have money. Yeah. Why is it not going through,
Yeah.
And then, you know how waiters, they'll be like kind of secretive. Yeah. And you like, oh, geez. Everybody probably looking at me like, oh, her card came back. No.
And it didn't have no receipt with them.
Right.
Okay.
And they'd be like, well, ma'am, your card declined.
Right.
And then you have to go through that whole spiel.
Okay. So what did you end up doing? How'd you get out of the situation?
Well, they ask you, well, do you have another card?
Okay.
So I had another card.
That's how you got out.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I have a similar situation to yours, honey. Although it wasn't a whole bunch of people there or anything like that. But this happened in my freshman year of college, okay? So I had I had like a little debit card, you know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like new to me. Yeah. But for whatever reason, I got to college and I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it was this week. I had just been swiping my card. Just swipe. Now, mind you, this is like my debit card to my bank account. It wasn't like parents wasn't dumping money in, none of that. It's just really just what I had. So I'm swiping, I'm getting food, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. So one of these like late nights, I'm like, okay, I'm hungry. I'm going to go to McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I'm going to get my usuals, like 4 McChickens. At the time, that was my usual. It's not my usual now. But it was like 4 McChickens, and it was like, okay, I'm hungry, so I'm ready to eat. Mm-hmm. So I order, and I get to the window, and I'm giving my card to the guy, and he's like, all right, thank you. He swipes, it's like, excuse me, your card's been declined. I'm like, it's $4. Like, this is like $4. It wasn't even $5. And I'm like, decline? Like, wait, what's going on? So clearly, I had no idea, like, how much money I had in my bank account. And I was just looking like, well, try it again. And sure enough, it was declined. So I looked at my wallet. I think I had like a 5 or a 10 on me. So I was like, okay, I gave him that. I got back home. I looked at my bank account. It was like $3 in my bank account. And I was like, whoa. I was just like, how did I go? Like, I had no idea I had like $3 in my bank account, my checking account. And it was like, oh, man. So I learned a good lesson that day.
Yeah.
And that lesson was like, you have to track your spending. Like, you have to understand what you're spending money on. Because that week, I was
maybe get 1 McChicken instead. Instead of
I was,
4.
I was a growing young man. You know what I'm saying? Growing young man.
You're still growing. I don't know. I feel like you're eating up everything.
I just be hungry. I don't really gain a lot of weight, but I do eat a lot.
Yes.
Well, at least other people say I eat a lot.
He does. He eats a lot.
But anyway, point.
I digress.
Right. The point of what we were discussing, you know what I'm saying, not my eating habits. It was my spending habits.
Yes.
And with my spending habits, something I really learned was you got to track that stuff. Like, I didn't think it was a big of a deal, but now it's like, I think that stayed with me like the rest of my life. Like, hitting that point was like, okay, I don't want to feel embarrassed and I don't want to feel broke. So you felt a little embarrassed, but you didn't feel broke because you knew you had the money in your account.
Right.
I didn't have the money in my account and I couldn't pay for it.
But then even at the time of me having the money, it still is just like you don't feel good about it. That's not a good position to be in.
Right, right. You feel embarrassed. And it's understandable. And we've all been there before. Whether you don't have the money in the account like me or you do like you did. You know what I'm saying? It can be embarrassing. But what I think we can learn from things like this is, number one is that for me, we have to track our spending like that. I think that moment was something that, like I said, like really stuck with me. Mm-hmm. And so I'm big on tracking spending. Now, mind you, I wasn't budgeting. I wasn't doing any of that stuff back in college. You know what I'm saying? But now that I am doing it, I see the importance of it because to me, it's like, it's not that I can't spend money. It's like I got to make sure that I'm not overspending. You know what I'm saying? And so that stuck with me. And so being wise about that has helped out tremendously, I think, for us, even as a family. I think the second thing is not to be so concerned what other people think. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though that guy at McDonald's was probably like, you ain't really got no money. Like, what you doing? You can't spend this $4. You can't buy this for $4.
And you can't really judge what people are thinking because you really don't know. You can't assume.
Right. And so I think that was a big one, was just you can't worry about what others think about you. So anything that you kind of took from either my story or your story, anything like that, honey?
Anything I took?
Yeah. Not really.
Don't buy 4 McChickens. Buy one. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Well, no, babe. Go ahead.
No, but reality, I think the same thing is, definitely pay attention because it's so easy to just swipe. Like I've done it and, just been spending. Then you look at your bank account. Eventually you like, dang, where did it all go?
So this is why we say, like, get on a budget, like, understand and you allocate. This how much money I'm spending on food. This how much money I'm spending on groceries. This how much money I'm spending on 4 McChickens, as you said, right? And so I think all of those things are important. And one thing I would like to say is what I learned from your story, you know what I'm saying, is that it's easy to judge people when it comes to finances, so it's best that we don't. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's best that we don't. Right. Like, even though your car was declined, they didn't know that you had the money, you know what I'm saying, in the account, and you really did, and whatever situation happened, it was whatever. But like for me, I didn't have the money, so somebody could judge me, or they could think maybe the car was messed up, or say, hey, you just don't have any money. That really wasn't the case. I just didn't have the money in the checking account because I was living La Vida Loca that day or that week or whatever, spending and not checking it. So I think it's important for us to step back and not judge others based off of the debit card getting declined or not. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And this may be off topic, but did you feel the need to explain? Like, like how you, like, it's like, I felt the huge need to, like, explain, like, no, I really got the money.
Well, the dude ran the card like 2 times. And so at that point, I didn't feel the need to explain. I felt, I hope I have money in my wallet because I'm really hungry and these McChickens not going to eat themselves. You know what I'm saying? So I was me. I mean, what about you?
Me, I think, because it's like, no, I have the money. Like, no, please don't think like
I'm not broke. I'm not broke. Like, and that's like it's like a social thing. You know what I'm saying? That kind of moves our behavior. Like we want to think, oh, okay, I don't want to look cheap. I don't want to look broke. But at the end of the day, you wasn't being cheap. You wasn't being broke. It was just the circumstances. But sometimes that's not enough for us as people. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I think overall, it's important, you know what I'm saying, that we track our spending, you know what I'm saying, that we budget, that we don't get in those situations. We don't necessarily worry about what people think when it comes to our financial situation, because that's how you get better. When you're not so worried about everybody else is doing what they think about you, that's how you get better. And then number 3, the last point that we discussed is really like just not judging others when it comes to finances. You don't really know their situation. And if you do know their situation, instead of judging, just help them out, right?
Yeah.
It's Christmas time, we in the giving season, just help them out. Keep that energy throughout the whole year instead of just getting on them. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would say. So hope y'all enjoyed the video. Hope y'all got to this point in the video. You know, we looking at the analytics. We working on it. We trying to get better. So we thank y'all for bearing with us.
Let us know in the comments if there's any subject or topic y'all would want to hear about.
Yeah.
Our opinion, at least.
Yeah. So we've done a little bit. We haven't done too much, but we've done a little bit. And so we just want to help and hope that y'all grow and get better with your finances. All right? So with that, happy Friday!